Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me, guest host,
Court.
And new to be going to be a massive attendance on the dual casting because Court has got a special announcement for those CDH and casual players. What do you got, Court?
Yeah, man. So, we're trying to get more folks doing EDH. So, LifeLink has casual EDH over on Thursdays. We're going to hopefully start showing content there on the stream. Mm-hmm. Also, we're going to start trying to pop out some CDH content. So, if you're trying to get some CDH, pop out to LifeLink, get in touch with us, and we'll see if we can't get some games scheduled and running that we can hopefully stream.
And, okay, so for those guys playing CDH, I know that a lot of people don't have decks. What are we doing for those individuals that might not have a competitive deck?
So, like we're doing for Dual Commander, where we have 5 proxies allowed for the Dual Commander tournament, we're hoping to do at least that, maybe more for CDH, just because usually it'll allow you to run the duels and not have to pick those up, some of the more expensive mana rocks. So we're working on exactly what that number should be, but we're trying to get that locked in.
Absolutely. And also, this community is so giving and so much a part of this community. We have extra decks. We've got a lot of extra decks. I come to every single Dual Commander with at least 2 or 3 Dual Commander decks that are completely no proxies in there, ready to go out the door, competitive within 3 different types of gameplays, depending on how your gameplay is. And I know that other players are bringing their extra decks. Zach sometimes brings in extra decks. Spencer brings in extra decks. Court brings in extra decks. We've got all kinds of amazing decks that we want to show on camera, get it out to you. So if you feel like, oh, wait, I don't have the money to get into this thing, it doesn't matter. We're willing to get you out here, come out and play, see something that you like, that you want to try out, get yourself an opportunity to be on camera. Right now, we have a brilliant set of 2 games coming out ready for you. For our finals matchup, we've got Daniel, who showed up for the first time and found us on YouTube, of all things, and the 5 videos I have on there right now, at the time of which we're recording this here, with 5 videos, was able to find his Feldon deck and featured by Zach, one of our key Humbros, who was out there when we were having a lot of fun with Polly in the chat. So, and that he's actually kind of the key to some of our awesome TikTok videos. So if you haven't seen them, we got some a lot of short form content coming to you from some of the good laughs and good interactions that we've had here. Yeah. And I love being able to rewatch these and like see some memeable content that we can throw into it and show everybody else what we're doing here in Humber Pie, and just get people to laugh, have some fun. And the most important thing, own your product. We're in a digital age where everyone is flipping to this, and you're going to do everything online. There's nothing better than coming into the shop, seeing some friendly faces, some friendly people who just want to have a good time, and with product that will actually hold value post the content of the game. The Magic has been around for 30 plus years, and it has just sustained itself because of the player base, the comfortable people. That it is the most diverse game I've ever seen a part of it. And the most beautiful part is you're just playing the game of Magic. That's all we're here for. Don't want us to talk about the rest of the nonsense. There's a lot of chaos going on in the world, a lot of problems out there. We understand it, and sometimes you just need a core distraction. And being online is a good one. It is something you can do, but there's nothing better than getting some human interaction with some incredibly nice people. We've got an incredible community here. We have one rule. The only barrier for entry is the love of the game. If you love the game, come out. We'll help you get even better at the game. And we'll even help whatever we can do to help you get the product you need. Like, we go out of the way. Polly. All right. I'm not going to repeat that one, Polly. But yes, we're back online with Polly.
To each their own.
There's no shaming on this stream. All right. With that, I just want to remind everybody, get out there. Polly won yesterday's free giveaway for the... you got to get a hold of you, Polly. I think, what was it? Did he get the wife? Yeah, he got the Mrs. Wednesday. And he's not even a One Piece player, but he was out there, and we gave out this yesterday. And another player that I'm still trying to get a hold of ended up getting some amazing new Dawn cards here. So we give out prizes every single time, as long as you join us live on Twitch. I know that we have some X out there. As soon as I can fix the comment section thing, I don't know if this is an X issue or an us issue. I can't seem to get the multi-stream or anything to show me any chat or comments in the function. So if you can join us on Twitch right now, and as soon as we can work it out on X, we'll obviously include you as well. But comment down below, like the video, share it to whatever, and we'll do some extra stuff to help us get over that dreaded 30 mark. We're just shy just a little bit of getting over 30 on Twitch, which will help us get out of this low tier where we have very few people participating. But we're going to stick with it. We've got some great growth. The community has been growing steady, and we really appreciate it. Hey, community manager, good to see you. All right, so yeah, like in there, at the end of this video, we're going to give away this pack and all of its contents to one of you out in those viewers. Let's get into the deck tech. You want to talk about deck tech?
Yeah, man, let's get into this mono red list.
All right, we saw it first in the first video, but for those that might be in YouTube land, might have missed it. This wonderful Art Tech video here, that our Art Tech deck list that was brought to by Daniel, and almost a solid copy of what Zach was playing, but it has its own spice. So what does Mono Red do in Dual Commander?
So Mono Red is looking to just blitz you. They're trying to throw down bodies as fast as they can on turns 1, 2, and 3. And then as soon as they've got enough damage stacked up on you from the early game, they're trying to burn you out as soon as possible. So they're going to be looking to get Feldon down on turn 2. Hopefully they've had a body down on turn 1 so they can swing for at least 4 damage and try to back it up with something else there on turn 3. Hopefully another hasty body followed by something like a lightning bolt. But basically they're trying to put you down and out of the game before you have the time to actually respond. Their absolute worst case scenario is you stabilizing at above 10 health with 2 or 3 bodies that you can just afford to throw away as blockers on the board. As we did see in game 1 where he was playing against Marchesa. As soon as there was a Baleful Strix and a Marchesa out, those just served to roadblock and buy Marchesa deck a ton of time.
Oh, absolutely.
And he had to spend so many resources just to burn through them, but he did wind up getting there.
And this
so it is doable.
This is a neat list here with a couple of Desert Land combo pieces. Not something you normally see in a burn deck, but it is an option because there are a lot of deserts that do some extra ping damage. Even some crimes that you can commit if you wanted to be a crime type deck here. But it gets some Random Up Ruins, obviously a great play. And according to Zach, the biggest spice here would be the Chandra. So either loves a commander, and honestly, not often do you see in Dual Commander or Commander a lot of Planeswalkers. They usually kill on sight, right?
Yeah. So normally you just can't afford to let a Planeswalker resolve and actually sit there for a couple of turns just because that incremental value will eventually get them either ahead enough that you can't keep up with the tempo that they've created off of it, or it's just going to prolong the game to the point where you can't win trades sufficiently. Because if you're trading to kill the Planeswalker instead of the player, those extra turns or 2 that it might have bought through that combat are going to potentially cost you the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this one running 35 lands, which I think is a little interesting, a little high for me, but obviously the Commander community is always 33. That's the baseline. I am okay with a 33, but I'm a plus minus 1 depending on where we're at here. So if I'm on aggro, I'm playing lower lands. And that's just been my thing always. And I get arguments all the time. I would rather see heat. You're not always playing a lot of games with here, and I would prefer to be the guy that doesn't get flooded. I take the flooded worse than I take the stranded.
Yeah, a lot of red decks are going to top out at 3 mana. Maximum they might want is 4, but that's still like a land heavy hand. In this case, since he's got like the Chandra for some of that late game potential, I can kind of see having a slightly higher land count, especially with some of the deserts that I think some of them sacrifice to give him some value. So it's, I think, justifiable to have a little bit more on the lands. But considering I think this is about where most aggro decks land, I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it. I think it is indeed a bit higher than most red decks, but it's also definitely a lot lower than all the control decks that are sitting up there at a 40 land count.
Yeah, 40 land count. Yeah.
So it's definitely, while he's probably played it just a couple of times, like he was saying, since he was new, he'll probably wind up tuning it up or down to fit what he's doing for his play style here eventually.
Yeah, Daniel's
it's very...
two games in Dual Commander, ever.
But yeah, it's very, very close to the right number. So I think he's dialed in fairly solid.
Absolutely. He's on the championship table. I love what he did here. I mean, obviously, everyone can have their own take. We're just casters, just talking about what we think would be best. It's not necessarily the guarantee. But, I mean, you're the one performing well. And we have 2 players who, our second deck here, Will, who's showing up yet again on the championship table here. Go ahead and tell me what's Will doing.
So Will is on a slightly shrunken down version of a Turbo NOS deck from CEDH. The reason for that, if you look over at his sideboard, is he has a companion, Luris of the Dream Den. So what he's essentially looking to do is draw up a whole host of resources using his commander Will, who creates a bunch of clue tokens, and if the opponent chooses, they can lose life and have him not get another clue token, and they could also make the opposite choice to take a clue token, which then gives Rex another one. So Rex would be sitting on 2-1 for the clue tokens, which means he has the option of just outdrawing for more value there in the late game.
Absolutely.
So it lets him keep it as consistent stream of resources coming basically no matter what. And Will just being a 2-drop makes this tempo-wise a very efficient play for him to do at just about any point of the game. It can be an early blocker. It can be I don't have anything else to do. It's time to drop the floodgates and start making clue tokens. And it also does this when it dies. So if all it does is chump block something early game turn 2, it has still made 2+ tokens for him in order to go and draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
So the value just doesn't stop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so what it eventually tries to turn all that value into is a combo in the form of Grindstone with Painter Servant, Tendrils Agony, let's see, it's got Balanced of Fairies Protection, and just stuff along those lines in order to just absolutely put the other player out of the game. If not immediately, essentially in the next few turns where they now don't have a board state.
Mm-hmm. I notice here he's taking the time to really showcase a lot of the different arts that he actually has in his deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the nice things about Moxfield is it actually allows you to pick the version in your deck. And he took the time to show everyone exactly which version. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck.
And the thing to note for that is that Rex likes to play all the Judge foils he can get his hands on.
Mm-hmm.
The whole deck is, as much as he can find if they exist, Judge foil. So if you take your time to look through it, it is awfully pretty.
I love this brain freeze here. That Kaido brain freeze, gorgeous art right there.
Yeah.
Oh, love his deck. Let's see if he flashbangs the camera. I haven't actually seen the gameplay yet, so we'll see if
I bet he does it at least once.
At least once. Last time when Nick and him got together, our camera never survived. And you're probably seeing that video on YouTube here right before this one. All right, so you ready for the gameplay?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's go. All right, don't know who won the die roll here. Looks like we got a frozen camera here.
Let's see.
Let's see who gets to go first here. We got skipped ahead just to make sure that you didn't have to see too much of the shuffling. And Matches of the Shuffling, not bad, but often just dry content. We want to bring you the
not
action.
what they're here for.
Yeah. Bring the action.
I will say, if the red deck is on the play, it's going to be just absolutely running it down. Because not a whole lot of blockers coming out. Since Rex is primarily a combo deck, he's got some removal, but not as much as just strictly a control deck.
Mm-hmm.
So, looks like red is on the play. So he is going to be...
Great start for red.
Ooh, but no one drop.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. We'll still be going.
There's a lot of one mana.
It could just be a 1 mana burn spell. That is true.
When you're playing against blue, nothing on the end step. Okay. Interesting hand keep from Dan here.
Yep. Looks like we're going to be going
Mood Vault
for the commander, I'm guessing. Let's see if I'm wrong.
Hands down. Getting
there
some board
comes
presence
Feldon
here.
for 2.
So what do you think the difference between going Mutavault? Well, obviously can't because of somebody's sick. So, but had he started off with a Mutavault with no turn 1 play here?
I think it would still be Feldon just because you want to get him out because Mutavault's more of a, they just wrathed. I still have something I can throw at you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or I have nothing else to do, but so does Mutavault at you.
Right.
So he's trying to kind of throw it in there whenever it's advantageous, but otherwise he's probably just trying to dump his hand as fast as possible and just blitz out.
Sometimes I like to wait to get my opponent to forget that I have a creature land in the back there.
Yeah.
So, and I do like that decision, just to go for the commander, get some board presence out there. Because obviously getting the 2 damage in is really easy with the Mutavault, but you're not adding to your board state here. And Skewer the Critics to play here. We're going to see what looks like that new 3 mana burn spell. That one might not see the light of day, but the other one,
that's
Volt.
Can't make it out. We're gonna have to take a look at the deck list for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick look at his deck list here. Here, Light Up the Stage is the play that got him that. So I'm gonna go over here to Mono Red deck.
Let's see what we got.
All right.
So it was probably.
Let's see. Pit Finder. No, it was a 1 mana old school card here. I think it was an instant sorcery. Fire. No. No. Shot. No. I've seen what a shot looks like. It's not Play with Fire. Lightning Bolt, Lava Dart, Exquisite Firecraft.
Exquisite Firecraft is what it is.
Okay. So sorcery speed here. Exquisite Firecraft is one of them here.
4 damage to creature or player with Spell Mastery.
Okay, and what was the 1 mana card here that we saw in his hand? It was definitely an old school one here. I don't think it was Volcanic Hammer.
Yeah. Let's pop back to it, see if we can't get a look at it.
Old school. Okay, looks right there here.
Is that Lava Dart?
Lava Dart. Wow, that is an old school Lava Dart.
So it's the retro frame, I guess.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it. I know we got a little distracted. Just want to make sure we get the right call. Our red mage decided that he had more important things to do today. Just kidding. Actually, he's doing some wonderful things. His girlfriend treated him with an awesome day at the Ren Fair. Enjoy. I hope you guys are having fun. Appreciate your help earlier.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I don't think Exquisite's going to see the light of day. I think we're going to see the Lava Dart here. It just needs to...
Depends what he's got exactly, but yeah.
Needs to see... Oh, I think he was digging for land. Oh, that's a shame. So basically, played the light up the stage after he got the damage to make it cheaper. And unfortunately, not able to play either of those cards. However, he is digging quicker to get to his land source. Arcane Signet.
Ooh. Yep, he is in a little bit of a race just because that Profane Tutor came down on 2, so there's going to be at least a combo piece. Ooh,
and a Prismatic
Ending is going to slow him way down on this.
Dodging that little point damage trigger. Feldon notably does get an extra trigger to look at some cards when it takes damage, but Exile does not cause it to take any damage.
Yep, that is the most profitable way to get rid of him for sure.
And because we didn't see him wield that land, I'm assuming... Oh, no, he did get a land. Usually I see it off the top when you're desperate like that. You just wheel that thing right on top. All right. Bloodstained Mire going to get him back in to get that 3. So maybe we're going to see some actual plays with these.
Yeah, he might Firecraft here. It's I'm not sure if it might not be better to just get some bodies down on board. Okay, but using what you got is also important for sure. Absolutely.
Utilizing while you can. Good play, heads up play here. Putting him at 12. Wow, that is a turn 4 at 12 of your life. Imagine Rex has got to be sweating.
Yeah, but I think he's cooling off now that he's got that Profane Tutor. He can either go and find himself an answer or a combo piece, so he is not in any...
This deck is so combo heavy, it's like you don't know which piece he's going for.
Yep.
But he probably has one in hand, and he's just going for the other one. There's so many 2-card combos in this deck.
Yep, and the most aggravating thing about it is just playing it into the late game where he has enough resources to just run everything out. It almost doesn't matter which one he's got, because if you shut down enough, but then he still has the Tendrils play, and Storm Count is high enough, he just kills you anyway.
Yeah.
So it can be absolutely brutal if you wait too long or you try to stop and kill him too early. Just because, well, if you tap out and you have absolutely nothing, he can go off and combo anyway if you don't actually get him.
Absolutely.
And then if you wait way too long and he's got more resources, well, he's actually just got another way to win on you.
And Red doesn't actually have a whole lot of interaction to stop these combos.
No, almost none. About what he's got, once Rex hits about 5 or 6 mana here, is going to be bolting a Painter Servant.
Yeah.
And it's going to just get rougher from there.
So yeah, Brainstorm the play here. Looks like things are getting a little... No, we're fine. Look at the camera up there. Look like things are getting slowed down in your action view here. Maybe the frame rate getting a little bit too complicated for you out there in the ether. As we are working with some high quality HD camera here. I love this new setup and where we're going. We even have a new mat coming in here that's going to really start to level this and clean up the space for us and give us this perfect Pro Tour-esque view. Really looking forward to that. Surveil land the play. All right. Putting Spell Snare into the graveyard.
I think that's a Gitaxian Probe.
Is it Gitaxian Probe?
Yep, that's Gitaxian Probe. Yeah. Which makes sense. You don't want to pay 2 life against the red deck.
Yeah, right. You don't want to give him free 2 life? Really? Is that not the play?
Not ever.
Okay.
Would bend that in a heartbeat, just like Rex.
Right. Seeing his lands. All right, so he's hitting his land drops. Now, notably, he hasn't had to play too much from his cards from hand. Light up the stage and able to end the commander. He's been able to dodge this. Oh, we got a rabbit. Oh. We got that Westwood rabbit. Nice looking figure card that came out in the Kamigawa set. Love this card. I thought it was an absolutely really good card for aggro, but never saw play much in standard, believe it or not. But that reconfigure is quite powerful against board wipes. Hey, we got a Slick Shot show off coming down here, or Slick Shot. All right.
We're plotting the show off, so he's he might be able to put Rex on a clock here for game 1 after all.
Right? That is a card that has been taking the format by storm ever since it's being printed, and a potential existence in here. It was like $20 back in the earlier weeks. I think it's dropped down to about 10, 15. All right, so we're going to see, what is this, another removal spell?
That's a card draw from Rex.
Okay.
So for every color of mana he pays into that, he draws X cards and loses X life.
Ooh, is that really smart? Toxic Deluge. Oh, is that smart to do in this? Okay.
Well, I guess arguably he doesn't need the Deluge at the moment because it doesn't really answer the Mutavault.
Yeah.
And if he's just looking for a combo piece, because technically speaking, on board he's going to have 2 damage if he doesn't cast anything else.
Yeah.
4 if he activates the Mutavault.
The next turn, if he doesn't answer the 6-shot show off, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's just over.
Yeah. So just a bolt in the show off with the Mutavault would be enough to do it.
And does Rex have much instant removal speed for this? I know he's got some.
Yeah. So he does play a lot of the normal removal. So he's going to have stuff like swords, that kind of deal. So he can answer things at instant speed.
Mm-hmm. We got a correction from Chris here. We do apologize. It's the domain draw card. So it's not the mana that was paid into it, but the domain count to which you have. And this one, is it missing just one color? I believe it is.
It's 4 color. It's 4 color.
Yeah, so his domain count would have been at 4 the most, but he only had 2 based on his current land sources here. Thanks for the correction, Chris. All right, Cabal Therapy. This is one of the key cards.
Here we go. Let's see what we got going.
Is he going to try and push it to see if he gets over?
I think he is.
He's got to realize like this is a tell for the red player. I don't have interaction. I can't deal with the Slick show off. So he's going to try and go off now. And red, like we said, minimal interaction to stop these kind of combo pieces.
Yep.
So
let's see what we got. Oh, there's a balance. I bet we have a Teferi's Protection coming.
Are we going to see it? Notably, that plot's still action.
Yep, there's the Teferi's Protection.
Mm-hmm. Plot doesn't matter.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is Rex's board is going to phase out. He's going to be able to float mana if he wants and keep doing some stuff. But basically, his creatures and lands are not going to exist. Mm-hmm. And then balance is going to resolve. After that happens, because nothing exists, it's going to wipe Daniel's entire board. He's going to lose all his creatures, all his lands.
All right, so we're going to see a response here. Mm-hmm. Likely a burn spell.
Yep, he is probably going to go and throw 3 at him because he's not going to be able to deal any actual damage to him on his turn because of Teferi's Protection phasing him out. Oh, we might have a kill depending on what else he's got in addition to this Fire Blast, which makes sense. He's pitching those because he's losing. Oh, nope. We got the Mana Leak.
Mana Leak. Okay. So still open 1. Can we see a burn spell coming from Daniel here?
He may burn him. But, yeah. That
Lightning Bolt. Old school white border Lightning Bolt. Oh.
Yeah, man. That Mana Leak saved his life.
Yeah, but, however, that Slickshot Show-Off is going to come into play for free next turn. Yep. If he sees a land and a burn spell, the game's over.
Nah. So, because of Teferi's Protection, Rex is going to be phased out on Daniel's turn.
Okay.
Until his next upkeep.
No,
so, that Slickshot won't be able to kill him.
Okay, so but a good play then here would be just not to even play the Slickshot Show Off because it's not required to play it the next turn.
Right, it could just be any next turn. So I would 100% hold off on the Slickshot here, which is what I imagine he's gonna do. But we'll see.
Not give him some sorcery speed removal. So what do you think you fear most, the sorcery speed or instant speed removal? Because we agree, don't play it this turn. But you're Daniel here. Are you afraid of the instant speed removal? And he didn't. Okay, so he's recognizing that there's a lot more sorcery speed removal and board wipes coming from Rex's side of the field.
For sure.
So he just didn't want to play into that.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that, especially not having a land here.
Yep. Hey, Lura's going to see some play. All right. Yep. There's that 6 mana I told you. Usually you only see him until you get up to 6. Mm-hmm. But Lura's going to give him the ability to cast anything from graveyard. There's no bobble. That's, I think, what he was looking for. So anything 2 CMC or less could have gotten in the field. Obviously, he has to pay the mana for it.
Yep.
And LifeLink going to possibly turn this back in Rex's favor. That's a powerful play. This is exactly why it's in his sideboard.
Yep.
All right, Slickshot Show Off. Coming in. So we're going to see a pitch. All right, just going for 1 damage. All right, imagine.
That's very unfortunate. If he had a land, a Lightning Bolt here would have definitely been the closer. Obviously, use Bolt, but he's got so many 3 mana burn options. Or 1 mana, 3 damage burn options, I should say.
Will's coming out here. We'll see if we can extra...
Digging for value.
Yeah,
He's going to be able to pop a clue.
Do you take the clue token with no land?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, agreed. Just take the damage.
Yeah, being well above 3/4 of your life. He was at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even a question.
Witch Claw Talisman.
Yep.
Rex saying, all right, I already survived that turn. I survived the push. I've got a lifelinker on board. You have 2 turns, essentially, or this game is literally just unwinnable.
Yeah.
He either sees a land
Yeah, he
and
is.
some spells, or this game is just over.
Yeah, he is 100% probably just closing up here. Like, just absolutely just end and shop on this next turn.
Really powerful combo. And it would have been really interesting to see. Oh, we saw a land off the top.
Oh.
Are we going to see an answer? We're getting the lifelinker off the board. It's going to trigger the slick shot, so he's going to do 3.
Yeah.
And notably, the lifelink is off the board, which is the most important answer for these red decks to get rid of that.
And as his companion, it is not coming back.
Yeah. That in that graveyard for good. Oh my gosh, I found this in show on stream. What are you doing to me, Google? And a picture of some what was it? The we just said the movie last night. The Zoolander. A picture of me doing a Zoolander post, just like, you remember these memories? Google, not now. Not now. I don't need people knowing that I was practicing Zoolander for 16 hours in front of the mirror. All right, so Will represented himself a 15-turn clock. Let's go. But he needs to find an answer against a slick shot show off.
Yep. I mean, he could always go through and use the Wishclaw Talisman.
Yeah,
looks like he's doing that.
Yeah. Give him now dangerous to give it to Daniel here, because he just needs a burn spell to win. But I think what happened, he's trying to get rid of a removal spell. What do you think? Get something to get rid of slick shot show off.
A removal spell would make sense, but I think we might be about to see a combo piece more than likely, just on account of he does have the Urza land down there.
Mm-hmm.
But
which can get him one of the combo pieces he needs.
Yep.
Is it enough to turn off this turn? Because if Daniel has a burn spell in hand, it doesn't deal with the slick shot show off. It's over. Mm-hmm. And he just gave him access to one. So
if he finds another land is the key part of that.
Yes.
If he has a burn spell in hand, he could just kill him, though. Yeah. So there's almost nothing really stopping him from giving him the Wish Claw, in my opinion.
Yeah. See what he got. Put it face down, so it looks like he's going to try. You might be right. Maybe he is going for a combo piece. I don't know what's in his hand, and he's got a lot.
Either. Oh, what?
Okay, taking 2. Is he going to shock himself? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it looks like he's paying life into a shock land.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So, all out. This is it. He's saying this is the turn. This is the turn.
Going to 1 is
wait a minute.
Pretty solid indication.
Where's the lava dart? Oh, it's an exile.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought he was just going to lava dart him. Oh, man. That's instant speed, is it not, or is it sorcerer speed?
I'm not sure. I think it's probably sorcery.
Okay.
That would have been funny.
Right? I imagine if this reminds me a lot. Rex, darn.
Oh, Rex dropped wrong land.
Oh, man. Putting himself at 1. Now the slick shot doesn't even need
the slick shot's just got to go.
A burn spell. But let's see. He's playing 3, so...
You got the D-Tutor.
All right, Demonic Tutor. Looks like he's going to try and get himself a combo. This might be it. This might be the Storm Count. Okay, to get some life. That makes more sense. Even if he doesn't go all the way for the kill, he's going to gain enough life to get himself back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think the colors matter. Okay. But just going into... obviously, you're going to detutor into Underworld Breach. Going to be able to play some stuff.
Yep. So he's going to be able to breach back his Ritual, his D-Tutor. Probably... Next thing is probably going to be a Brain Freeze that he grabs off the D-Tutor just to keep that rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Like was happening the last time.
There you go. Rex saying, but I needed to get an island or a mountain, and I got a Godless Shrine instead.
Oof.
Oh, well, so we'll see if so he searched for land with Wishclaw Talisman, is what he's saying. Interesting. So he had some of the pieces in here, and he grabbed the wrong one.
Off the Scouting Tarn.
Off of Scalding Tarn. Oh, okay. My bad. Thank you for the correction here, Rex. So yeah.
Wait. But you didn't grab that Godless Shrine off of the Scouting Tarn for sure.
No.
You just had that in hand, right?
You had that in hand. But he's saying when he did the fetch for the
when you fetched.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so...
Okay.
All right, so 5 black. Looks like he's trying to combo off. No, it was a misplay. No. Oh, cheater. Oh, I'm just kidding. Rex not a cheater. It happens. This is late night. I think we had a long night with there's so many people showing up. And I was really surprised that we had such a great showing with everyone down in Dallas and everything else. Wash away. Okay. All right. So he's going away for, I'm not brain freeze, going for the brain freeze to get that yard fill up. Still, the color did not matter. Matter in the end. All right. That's good. That's good. Glad to see that was the case.
Yeah, we did have a good number showing out. That was nice.
Just usually when these big competitive tournaments, like the one going to Dallas and everything else, that usually deters from local area. But no, we had a fantastic showing from this, and I'm really happy to see everybody. So we're going to see this wash away. Storm count 5, so we're going to see 15 hit the yard. Bless you. Bless you. Let's see.
And this is why Rex and Nick are getting the Bling Brothers title.
Yeah, right?
Because I can't see half the cards he just drew.
It's so blingy. I've been blinded. So, no, he doesn't have the mana to play the tendrils here. Oh, yes, he does.
He'll always have the mana as long as he's got Cabal Ritual.
Yeah.
Let's see, just
Storm
need
count 6.
2 more Storm count. So, let's see. Looks like there's still a couple of things there in the yard, so I think we do have it.
And Celeste's Demonic Tutor so we can get that tendrils here. And I really appreciate Daniel being so patient to let us walk through it. A lot of people would just concede at this point. You think this is pretty much a lock? I mean, with Cabal, he's got the Demonic Tutor in the yard. He's got plenty of mana. All he has to do, the Storm count right now is, what, 24 damage right now? 8, no, 10, I'm sorry, 8, 16 damage.
And it's 22 damage. Oh, no, 9. So yeah, 18 damage at the moment.
Yep. 9, 18 damage. Jeez. So, I mean, this obviously closing out the game.
Yep. Like they say, it's all over but the crying.
Yeah, right? Daniel going to take a look at this. I imagine he probably hasn't seen this come too often. I know.
Yeah, this is not super common.
Yeah.
But it is a very fun little deck. I think I touched on it the first time that he was playing in the other feature match. Mm-hmm. But this is a CDH deck, and it's just been tuned down a little bit so it can use Luris.
Yeah.
So you won't really see it a whole lot at just like casual tables or like kind of high power. But if you're playing CDH, you'll have seen a variant kind of similar to this. But outside of that, yeah, it will probably not pop up much anywhere.
That is a bro moment right there. Daniel looked into the graveyard just to see this thing, and then he pulled out the Luris just to make sure he didn't accidentally roll in the deck. Yeah. Big bro time right there. Humbro coming from Daniel. Really appreciate that. Congratulations, Rex. He's taking down game 1. We got 2 more, 3 more, maybe 5 more. I'm just kidding. Who knows? Rex may just 2-0 the burn deck. The big bad burn. But that is game 1. Congratulations to Rex. There's your star. And anybody out there who cares, I know you're out there, Blue. I know you're out there. He has a star. He has his blue star. Great heads-up play from Rex here. And unfortunately, you really want to win that game 1 win when you get that draw like this, because it was almost perfect for him. And honestly, I would have been super excited to see someone get out of that Teferi balance, because I feel like that always wins.
It almost always does.
Yeah.
Because you're in such a commanding position after that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to come back.
Soulstar Mage to play. All right, so again, he's back on the play. He won the first one, so we're going to see where it goes. Let's get this time counter over here. Yep. A tap land. Oh, yes. Yeah, Watergrave. Yeah, I'm not taking the shock damage here. Good call. Good call.
Nope, can't afford it. Every point matters.
All right, the desert land here. So he's got himself a nice little burn land here, going for the commander. Okay, no prowess trigger, so just 3 good damage. Really good on turn 2.
Yep.
Didn't get free 2 damage from Rex. Rex wasn't going to have it. All right,
very
Ponder.
solid start.
All right.
Reasonable start from Rex here as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing wrong to start with a Ponder.
Mm-hmm.
Set up all your later draws.
Right.
Hopefully get you to the interaction you need to not die before turn 4.
Seriously. All right, black. Oh. Swamp.
Yep, there's
Fatal
some
push.
removal. Good.
Clean up the board
Love
state.
to see it.
Yep. Now, the prowess trigger's still on board, and that's one could be putting in more damage. All right, Kai, I appreciate you. You're going to hurt the computer here. Take away our computer. Calm down. Tail was just wagging all over the place. Oh, my God, all the love in the world. Mountain the play. Let's see if he gets 1. Oh, didn't do the in damage. Okay, just Magus. Oh,
brutal.
Magus of the Moon. Is this going to shut him down? A 4-color deck having to play against this, and he just used his Fatal Push.
Yep, it's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, Toxic
He
Deluge?
does have swamps and he has red mana, so we can use both, but being off of blue is not where this deck wants to be.
No. And Toxic Deluge, what are we looking at for answers here? Rex, you got to help us out. Yeah. What is your answer for this? And this is obviously the easier answered one.
Deluge is a super optimal answer here, obviously.
Yeah. Windswept Heath coming down as a mountain. It's really the only answer. Is it's wild. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is the weaker of the Blood Moons, but still, and mostly just because there's so much interaction in those decks, but still an oppressive card here against Rex having to play that Blood Moon style effect. Mm-hmm. Do you attack with a Blood Moon in this situation? Because I didn't imagine if he had a removal, he would have gotten rid of it, right?
Yeah, you 100% go just straight up to the wall in this case.
Now, if they have open blue, I usually don't attack into it because I'm too afraid of a chumper or some kind of flash creature. And I know Rex isn't on it, but legitimately, if you're on blue, that's all I think about. Flash creature to get rid of my creature. So I never attack with it because I'm too afraid. That
you have to watch out for subtlety and all that kind of stuff, usually. Tidebinder.
Yep.
If they got black opposition agent.
So if he had blue open, he's debating exactly. He's doing the same thing I am. It's like, what flash creature could he do to get himself out of the situation? Another reason why this is a little bit weaker than Blood Moon. That you want to be able to get that damage, but you got to take that risk, and he's not going to do it. He's just not going to do it.
Yep, that's another very good answer. Bowmaster would also fix the situation.
Oh, good heads up from. All right, so we're going to get a nice little draw card for 2. Mm-hmm. The domain being Swamp and Mountain.
Yep.
Taking 2 damage, digging deep, likely looking for some basics.
An answer, some basics. Yeah.
Did he take the 2? I didn't see him take the 2 for that one.
Let's see.
3. All right, there we go. Take the 2. All right. Making sure the life totals are hot here. Yeah, very, very smart heads-up play here from Daniel, not attacking into it. Like I said, I don't trust it. There's too much flash creatures in here, and you risk losing the one advantage you have with this out here.
Yeah, no. Locking someone out with Blood Moon or Magus of the Blood Moon.
Yeah, Magus of the Moon.
Or Contamination are all fantastic ways to steal games that would otherwise be just, like, absolutely cripplingly long because control decks can just make everything take so much longer.
Mm-hmm. Count the damage just to make sure. Absolutely, I should have mentioned that. This isn't just table map. This isn't your Yu-Gi-Oh! I've got game. They're trying to make sure life totals are accurate. Mm-hmm. Which is why it's also important to do this on paper. In competitive REL, we usually have boogie boards. Those will be coming soon. I can't wait for those to come in here. We want to make sure that you have some kind of paper access, but the life counter really just for you at home so you can keep track of the life totals and make sure you can keep track of who's up and who's down. All right.
We got something coming.
Demonic Tutor. I imagine he's going to go for basic. Hands down, he goes for basic.
That or an answer.
Toxic Deluge? I don't know, because next turn he's out of Deluge room. Yeah. There's no way. Like he's kind
That's true.
We're looking at 2. Let's see. I
4 or 5 plus damage.
Yeah. It's a free attack right now for the Magus because now with just 1 mountain open, I don't have to worry about it. Mm-hmm. There's no flash creature in here, so Magus is going to get in for attack. Yep, went for basic. Mm. All right, so now he just needs to untap so he can. What is that? That white removal that he's got for exile. It's it's kind of like a domain removal. Prismatic
ending.
Yeah. So kind of
prismatic ending would do it.
Yeah, he's kind of telecasting a prismatic ending.
Or just swordsing it.
Okay. He swords in his deck.
Oh, he's gonna balance. That's even better.
Okay.
He does lose a land, but he catches all 3 creatures.
Yep.
And depending on the hand.
Yeah, even better.
Good menace or discards.
Yeah. Here's a balance. Good luck dealing with that. Yeah, there goes the Magus of the Moon, so his color's going to be back.
Yeah. See, this is why I like balance, too.
Yeah.
It's such an efficient answer, and depending on the board state, you can net so much value out of it.
Absolutely.
Like, even in situations here where it's losing you a land, like, it just cleared an entire board.
Absolutely. And notice he's sacrificing that Windswept Heath because he doesn't want to give him any more damage. Mm-hmm. A lot of burn spells in here. That might be KO from Daniel here. I see a Lightning Bolt, a Monastery Swift Spear. He's got a good recovery state right here to put in some massive damage with the resources being discarded here.
Yeah, he could cut back quick.
This could be the turn, and I think just 1 land and it's lethal. And if he gets 1 land based on what I saw in hand, that should be lethal.
If nothing else, if he just keeps knocking them down, he'll eventually be off of fetches and shocks, and that'll probably be the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, Rex was definitely showing off his knowledge of this format by finding that answer he did. All right. So a little bit slower play. We got a hasty 2/1. Going to get some damage in here. That's one of those new Fallout cards that we were talking about here. Got to head out for the day. Have fun with the rest of the matches. Absolutely, Rex. Thank you so much. So just this is the last one of the day. If you win, we'll hit you up on the Discord and let you know. But thank you very much. Lightning Bolt, or no, that's Lightning. Which ones?
Not familiar with that art.
Yeah, it's not Lightning Bolt. It's Lightning Strike. No. It's Lightning Rift Bolt. No,
it's not Rift Bolt because Rift Bolt is a suspend card.
Yeah, this one is the Chain Lightning. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, everyone's out there. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Just before I said it, because they get a delayed feed, so they're hearing us struggle through this.
Trying to figure out what things are, and they're like, what do you mean? It's obviously this. We got the Google tab up.
Right? Chain Lightning the play here.
Oh, there's the Grindstone, so it's combo time.
All right. Is Rex going to close this one out?
He might. Let's find out.
Yeah.
He might be able to Cabal Ritual here and do some shenanigans.
See, he's literally only got one turn to survive. Right now, this game is over with what I saw in his hand. So next turn with the Monastery Swiss Spear and this attack.
Yeah.
He's demanding Rex have an answer for this right now. Let's see where this goes. This is the turn. Drum it down. Does he pull the trigger? He's got black open. All right, gonna take the 2. Didn't go for the Monastery Swiss Spear. Interesting play. All right, gonna tap 2. We're gonna see. Ooh. Can't remember this enchantment. It's a mana, getting mana leaked. Okay, this one was the one that kind of does the upkeep and that basically punishes it for playing spells.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to play against this man. There are a lot of cards I haven't seen before.
Right? A lot of different. No, that's not enchantment. Sorry, it's an instant speed. You gotta help me out again. I'm sorry in the chat. I'm missing this thing. So
not sure what that enchantment
is just throwing me off.
And it's foil. So this man is also joining the Flashbang crew.
Yeah, right. Wants to show off his full reds. I know Zach usually does that.
In solidarity.
Got mana leak though, so not gonna close out the game.
Yeah.
Some extreme patience from a red player.
Oh, it's Will for a blocker.
Okay.
Peak
Eruption.
Yeah, that's a new one. I have not heard of that card.
Now let's pause real quick to show off that Peak Eruption. All right.
It might be an old card, but it's a new one to me. So it'll be over an enchantment, you said?
No, it's gonna. Sorry, it's gonna. This is all alphabetical, isn't it? What else is here?
No, it's definitely not.
Peak Eruption? I don't even see Peak Eruption on this thing. We sure that's the card here? It was a 2 mana card.
Oh wait, it might have been.
Royal Eruption?
Maybe it's that.
Royal Eruption? I think that's what yeah, this one looks like it's right. So this one is deals 3 damage to any target, and if it was kicked, deals 5 instead. Kicked for 5. Okay.
Yeah, Royal Eruption. It was Royal Eruption.
Okay, excellent. Beautiful art on that Royal Eruption. So not a kick spell. It was just going to do 3 damage. Got like mana leaked.
Yeah, but that would have been close to enough, I think. Just because he would never have been able to fetch or shock again at that point. And he has about 1 more turn to do it, depending.
Yeah, this will kind of really stabilize here for Rex.
Yep. Throwing that man under the bus as a speed bump is potentially going to save him a lot of life. Oh, no such chance.
Okay, yep, gonna get rid of that blocker. Galvanic Iteration, or Galvanic Blast, sorry, gonna kill that. Some of them I recognize. So many different cards out here.
Yep. That's the beauty of the format, though.
Right?
So many things to use that you don't have to know them all. Sometimes you can't know them all.
And I love that it doesn't take too much more resources from other constructive play. Too many, obviously. All right, down to 2. Do we got a burn spell? Chandra?
Oh, that's going to be rough. She's going to kill him.
Yeah. Is this going to be it?
It's going to get him 2 damage.
It's going to come up. Is this it? Does he have a counter? Has he whittled the resources? Are we going to see game 3? Off the top? Brutal. Nice. All right, good game 2. We're going to see a game 3, baby. Daniel gets the win. What do you think? What are you thinking now?
Ooh, I'm just thinking I would hate to be on the other side of the table from a red deck.
Right.
Because
You get the play, though. You get the play. Because you lost that one, so this is the first time Rex is going to be on the play.
That's true. That will help. It's still pretty difficult just because red deck plays so fast that it's real hard to keep tempo with that as a control deck in any variety. And like we were saying, Rex is more of a combo deck, so he has a few less of those control elements showing up for him when he needs them.
Yeah.
So it can be a little tough.
What I love about this is some people might think like, oh, there's only 10 minutes left, so clearly Rex wins. Like, have you seen this deck from Rex? Have you seen this deck from Rex?
Yep.
He pilots this so well. It's like
he does. He waits until the last minute where he has to combo rather than just, oh, I can combo off now. Let's go.
He's killed me in like 5 minutes before, and for his deck that looks like kind of a slower kind of like build up, he'll play to the player he's up against all the time. And I guarantee you're going to see some faster play coming from Rex's side of the field, knowing he's up against red, and he's going to try and put that pressure on red to try to maybe force some play mistakes.
Yep, he'll probably try to keep a more aggressive hand for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Bloodstained Mire, the play. Likely going to go look for a Seville land. What do you think?
I would be highly surprised if he didn't.
Yeah, right.
Just because ensuring that he doesn't have a dead draw is going to be necessary. Ooh. Especially when he's got a 1-drop.
Yeah. This is that new one of the newer cards, if you will. This is one of the other ones. It's back from Shadows over Innistrad. Looks like 2/1 vampire for 1.
Yep.
Lots of red 1-drops, man. There was I think it was 37 creatures in his deck in total. So lots of red deck really starts winning when it just says the 1/2/3 wombo combo. It doesn't matter what cards they're using. If you're utilizing your lands for the first 4 turns, I'm sweating.
If you throw enough bodies at a problem, it will go away.
That is an accurate statement, and get out there for you at home. And if you're out there tonight, join us on Twitch if you could. We're only 4 subscribers from our next goal. This is going to be the last game of the night, and we're going to go into this giveaway here. So if you're out there, just hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're out there on X, I see you. There's a lot of numbers out there coming from X. I just fortunately can't see your texts.
Oh, he went for the Triumph land instead of the Surveil land.
Okay.
That's a little gutsy in my opinion, but understandable if he has to have the mana colors.
Absolutely. He's playing around different answers here. So gonna take 2. No second land drop from the Feldon player.
Well,
all right, skewer the critic. No, I'm sorry. Light up the stage. Sorry, we keep getting that one wrong. It's light up the stage. Gets a spectacle cost. So if he does damage, he gets to pay for 1.
Yeah, well, it's tricky because they both have spectacle.
Absolutely. And this one, going to get that land, which he was looking for last time, with a lava dart. So he's going to be able to chain both.
Gross.
See, we learned from our experiences on here. It took us 10 minutes on game, the first round to figure out that was a lava dart.
Yeah.
We learned. We learned. We got better. All right, going to see that land drop. I imagine he's going to go fetch that red. He's got plenty of time to play that lava dart, but
he might wait to see if he tries to cast another creature or something.
It's a fire blast. I just bragged about us learning it's a fire blast. That's not a lava dart.
Dang. It's the glasses. I'm thickly blind.
We're so blind. We're screwing up anyways. I'm sitting here bragging about how great we are. And we're not even calling the right card. That's a fire blast.
That explains why I wasn't flashback the other time either.
Yeah, right. You can see the read cards. This is why we need you in the chat, everyone. Really appreciate it.
I'm just gonna take that camera. I'm just gonna push it down about
push it down
3 inches when we're back there in LifeLink.
Right. This is what you get. This is why we're called Humbro Pride. Because the minute you start showing some hubris, this is what happens.
Right back down.
Smack right back down. I need a piece of my own humble pie. It has flashback, but it costs 5. Yeah. So I mean, we were so close on understanding what that card was. Oh man, we're gonna see some old school vampires here. This is a fan of the old school vampires. I wasn't too disappointed with Crimson Vow. I think just the amount that they printed was what I was disappointed in. But the vampire set in Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt were actually really fun.
Yeah.
All right, Lorien revealed here, gonna go cycle himself for a land. Imagine. Do you think he's scared of the basic? You remember what I told you? As soon as you get Blood Moon once,
you do have to watch for that. I don't know. Yeah, looks like he is.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as you get Blood Moon once, you automatically put them on, I gotta get the basics.
Yep.
They don't have the pleasure of saying, I can play whatever mana base I want. I'm 4-color. I can play the greediest mana base in the world.
Yep. It might be greedy, but I still think maybe a Surveil land would help. Because I would be trying to ensure a live draw at pretty much every point here in the early game.
Right.
As much as I could. But, you work with what you got.
All right. 16 on turn 2. And mind you, he did miss a land drop, and he had to light up the stage to get that second one.
which means there's nothing but gas in hand.
Oh, right. It's actually probably the more terrifying thing. It's again why I like playing low mana lands like this.
Yeah.
All right, gonna get himself a +1/+1 with that damage.
Oh, so and he tapped up the land, so he is absolutely going to be able to drop whatever he wants.
So is he? All right, so he's going to plan his turn. So we're going to see some more land, some more creatures here.
Yep.
All right, this one looking like the
Embereth Veteran.
Yes, the one that comes in where you can tap to
give something a roll.
A roll token. Yep. Excellent card from. Well, I remember playing that in limited. It was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, here we got.
There's
nice
a Rift
Rift Bolt.
Oh boy.
What are we looking at damage wise?
Next turn.
What is it? What are we looking at right now damage wise?
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. Gonna take
them. Depending on what else he has in hand, he can drop Feldon and another Bolt and just absolutely end the game.
What is our count here? Because Rift Bolt's gonna do 3, right?
Rift Bolt is 3. The Veteran should be 2. The other Vampire Stormkirk kid should be dealing 2. And then I believe
that's
the other guy's a 2/1, so
that's 6. 9 damage. He's only 2 away. Feldon
he's
off
got
the top
2 with
wins. We're gonna see another balance play?
Maybe. Oh yeah.
Yeah, gonna see another balance play. This is one of his best board wipes against Mono Red here.
Yep, it does help you a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And it looks like you might be discarding, depending on the number of cards in hand.
Now, mind you, he fought through a balance last time. Can he do it again?
He did. It's very possible.
So the Teferi's balance, Teferi, protection and balance combo. That he was close.
Yeah,
but balance has been
that was because he had that slick shot. Yeah, balance is a really nice early sweeper against red for sure. Just because you will never have creatures and they will be overcommitting insanely hard.
It looks like Rex is kind of low on resources. I can only see one on the board. He's playing face down as if he doesn't have an answer. If I was playing against some of the other players that we've had in here, sometimes like the Bluff Bane just pretend they don't have it.
Yep.
But I'm thinking right now, Core doesn't have it. He doesn't have the answer. He's pretty much just playing his hands down, shields down. So we're gonna see 3
drop coming.
Oh, Bombardiers.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah, that thing survives one more turn. This game is over. Bobside Bombardiers, a new red card that has been taking over anything. Like anything that plays red puts this thing in here.
Yeah,
it's just an amazing card because it basically has boast, which means after he attacks, after just attacks, not blocks or anything. He can sacrifice any other permanent he wants or creature he wants, permanent, and deal damage to any target equal to its CMC +2.
Yep. Fling on a stick is pretty good.
Right. As a fan of Voldaren Thrill-Seeker...
Oh, is he going to be able to throw that clue token, or does it have to be... Yeah, he could throw that clue token.
Oh,
that's
going to take it? That's a risky business.
Is that how that works?
I think it's creature. It's one of the
I thought it was creature...
It could be creature artifact.
Yeah, he's taking it. I think he's going to fling the clue token at him. Oh, that's that's going to be brutal.
Yeah. And with Menace, too, so this Will is not going to be able to block it.
Ooh. Well, but...
he can create a construct. Answers. No, he can't. It's only one. No, he can't even...
yeah, but he might have an answer in hand to the Bombardier.
But he's playing face down. It looks like his shields are down.
Yeah.
Here we go, Feldon.
Yep, there's an answer.
Oh, he had the answer. So he is one of those players. Okay.
Getting tricky with it.
Yeah. Making it look like
that does mean he can't block that. So he is going to get through for probably like 4 damage here. If it does an additional 2?
Yeah, it's going to be 4 damage total if he sacrifices the clue token.
That's going to put him right down into bolt range.
Full grip. Full grip. We're going to see. Okay, going to the attack. Yeah, you're right. Ooh. Can't block. Menace coming in for 2. Has an option. I imagine you go face. You don't go to Will. He has the option to kill Will here, but I say no. Go face. You were so close. Go face. So, Menace is the play.
Yeah.
We got Rex on the tank.
He might just be leaning in to try to get an answer.
Can't block it. It's got Menace.
Yeah, it looks like they're clearing that up.
Yeah, it's one of those things where most people don't realize. Haste and Menace. It's a powerful interaction here. All right, going to take the 2. So we got Boast live. He can sacrifice any permanent he wants to do 4 damage. So if he plays a 2-drop right here, it doesn't get countered. It's game. What are we going to see here? All right, we're going to see
it's a Tarfire.
Tarfire, okay. Going to take 2. So he flings the token. That's the 2 damage. That's game.
Yep.
There we go. Hey, all right, Feldon takes him down. How do you feel about that, Zach? And take off a week on Feldon, and it just sweeps the tournament. Yep. Fantastic performance. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That
Ray
was
can really cut you out before you can recover.
right. Great heads up play. This was Daniel's second time ever playing Dual Commander. And the first time he was able to come out to the shop and check this out. And he's already on the leaderboard.
Yep, good showing, right to the top.
Right to the top here. I'm going to pull up our leaderboard here. Just a moment. Obviously, you can see myself playing live on Twitch here. But that's cool. Dual Commander. Right now, Spencer's still the lead because that's the way that we do it. Remember, the person who scores the point first always stays in the top of that bracket. So Spencer, who's actually down in Dallas, Texas right now, as they're recording this video, he's still the 2-point leader. But Daniel, number 2, on the board, getting himself a lock for the top 16 here.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't even need to show up any more weeks. Congratulations, Daniel. You've already made top 16 with your performance on 1 week of showing. It was really fun to have you. I really appreciate it. Rex, who did get 2 points because he got second place out of this match, had 1 point from last week. Because Daniel is the third, he gets that lead. So that point up here, he's going to go underneath it. Now, Nick and Tony, who had the 1 point from last week, stayed in their tier list, with Court making 2, so he's the leader of the 2.
Yeah.
Myself, Jimmy D, finally on the leaderboard with that whole 1 point. I was on Slimefoot and Squee, if anybody was curious. I didn't get to play it on camera, but I went 2-1 with the Slimefoot and Squee deck. Another deck that I obviously, John is one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm finally on the leaderboard. This is right now our top 7. And we got 6 more weeks to go. All right. Thank you from me to you, out to the community. Have a blessed, awesome day. I can't wait to see you again on the next stream here. And as always, stay